Hello and welcome back to another Space Engineers Showcase video. In today's video we're looking at another fighter, and this one is called the SA-23E Starfighter, which is this lovely thing right here. So this is a small, very nimble fighter which features only Gatling guns along with some hydrogen and ion thrusters to get you around. Pressing F10 and finding it in the spawn menu, this thing says it's 5,800 blocks, but it's actually closer to 1,500, but requires the Wasteland, Sparks of the Future and Decorative Block number 2 DLC packs. And we've got a lot of information about this ship on the Steam Workshop page if you want to read through that. I'll just give this a thumbs up and then move around to the very front. So coming all the way over to here, we'll have a quick look around the outside, then we'll fly around for a bit, and I do believe there should be a pirate station somewhere nearby that we can go and try and shoot. Anyway, at the very front here, this is what we get. We've got a lovely glass cockpit for us to sit inside. To the left and the right of that, on the top and bottom, we've got 4 Gatling guns to blast our enemies with, and just below our glass cockpit, we can see 2 wheels there just for some decoration, along with a wasteland spotlight to light up the darkness. As we move around the side here, we're going to see 4 wings shoot off in different directions, where up here, we come across onto our first thruster pod featuring hydrogen thrusters. That comes all the way around like so to the very back, where we feature a large one to push us around at some great speeds. And that's going to be the same for each of these thruster pods. Just come across and they look very fancy with the skins they're using. As for the main body, there isn't too much to talk about, it's just once again making great use of these skins. And then moving all the way around to the very back here, this is where we see our ion thrusters to help us out in space. And we will need to have both the hydrogen and ion active at the same time, because the ion only work for the forwards and backwards. At the very back here, this is what we get. We've got 2 ore detectors right below here, with a cargo access just above there. Then over to here, where we've got our small reactor, we've got these 2 strange blocks, which, if you haven't guessed already, they are wheel suspensions. So if I was just to say, come over to here, get out of the cockpit, bring the free camera back around just so I can access this, and start to move the blocks away, you'll then see our wheel suspension with a hidden parachute hatch right there. So that's quite a nifty way of making a decorative feature out of a reactor, and it did stump me before I started removing the blocks. But yeah, we can see a air vent right there just to suck in oxygen into the cockpit. And if we were to come up and above over to here, and put my character back in its seat, we'll see an LCD screen showing the logo of the ship's designer. We also have some small ones over here, and we can see a conveyor going all the way across to our thruster pod over there. On our thruster pod, we can see an O2H2 generator sitting right in front of our hydrogen thruster, and we can see a sneaky little tank there with a barred window block just on top of it. Yes, if I were to come down and underneath this thing, past our ore detectors, we'll then see a connector which has been covered up by a window block, where we can see our projector block right between our ore detectors, some more great use of our barred window blocks, and then towards the front there is our wheels where we can bump into stuff and hopefully not damage our cockpit. But yes, that is a very brief around the outside, and it does look fantastic with what it's done with all the blocks. So what I'll do now is get into my character, and I don't think I need to spawn in a new one, it was just steel blocks being damaged at the back there. I'll bring up the HUD. But yes, before I go in that, I will just say up here, we do have a unique way of getting in. So the way to get into our cockpit is we come up to the very top, where we have a door which we open up, and then we can get inside if we just fiddle the camera around. There we go, we can then press number 4, and then we can close ourselves inside. But looking inside here, this is what we get. We can't really see too much. We do have a logo up the top there, and we do have a fantastic view in front of us. But yes, bringing up the HUD, number 1 is going to be to shoot our Gatling guns at the very front there, and number 2 is going to be to switch off our ion thrusters at the back. Number 3 is for our hydrogen thrusters all the way around this ship, so if it was to have the ion turned on, we can move forwards, we can move backwards, but we cannot move left and right, so we'll need to have them all turned on. Number 4, like I said, is for the door above you to get in and out, and number 5 is for our camera sitting just above our control seat, so we can get a better view in front of us. Number 6 is for our batteries on and off, 7 for our reactor on and off, 8 is for our parachute hatches on and off, and number 9 is for our connector at the bottom. That connector may actually work. I didn't think it would work, but I might just set up a very quick little block over here. And there we go, you can connect yourself onto a connector through the glass block. You don't need to remove it. I didn't actually think it would work like this, but you may not want to risk it just in case Lord Clan gets angry with you. But anyway, as I was saying, on tab number 2, number 1 is a remote control block just to take remote control over this if you end up getting separated from it. And number 2, 3, and 4 and 5 is to turn on and off our antenna, ore detector, hydrogen tanks, and of course our projector, which we can activate and then repair up any damaged blocks. So to finish off this video, I have found some pirates in space over here. I'm not too sure what this is. I think this is one of their secret stations. But we're going to fly over to it and start shooting it up to see how long this thing can last. So going over to there, we are sort of within range. I can't remember the actual ranges of the Gatling guns because I usually just go with rockets. But we'll try and scatter shot over at these Gatling guns here. They're going to get very angry with their rockets. Oop, there goes the cockpit. That has just been blasted into little pieces. And I'm just going to make myself untargetable. Otherwise, they're just going to keep shooting me. But anyway, that was the SA-23E Starfury. It's a very nice little ship if you want to play around with it and mess around with some pirates like I just did. Hopefully you'll have a better time than just falling into little pieces. But yes, there'll be a link to it in the description below if you do wish to play around with it yourself. And I'll be back with another video sometime soon. Bye bye.